So the big story on mantra is that it's, the verbal version that we hear and get and tinker with is not the complete version. It's a kind of proxy for a deeper and subtler principle, and a more like there's the version that we might see in print on a book, and we can sound out those words, Om Namah Shivaya. And then there's like the cosmic scale of what that is, right? And so it's something of a like acoustic cipher that intends to, over time and with continual repetition and faith and devotion and the many things, that reveals its cosmic proportion. And or you could look at it the other way and say, there's a cosmic proportion that then gets distilled down to a, the closest approximation that we can just knock around in sort of the human, relative material space. But meanwhile, its origin story is quite cosmic, and different. And so a maybe helpful analogy of that is something like a geode, right? Geodes are fascinating. Like you ever go up to Aspen or maybe down Cherry Creek and you find one of these little like exotic rock shops, and they make these beautiful lamps or like a mirror that's made out of like a nautilus shell from 2 million years ago. That's probably longer, way longer. It's a fascinating peruse. It's like a poor man's museum. Well, you just can have a gander. And so before they wind up in that shop, if you were just to find a geode out on the trail, it just looks like this dusty rock, maybe a greenish tint to it or something. But not until you open, in no way does it reflect the contents inside, or seemingly. And then when you open it up, it's like there's all this incredible dimension and layer and beauty and revealing that occurs. And so mantras are a bit like that. They're pointing to a higher principle or archetype or kind of force or current within the cosmos, cosmic space, right? And what exactly that force or current is, it varies depending. There's different mantras that invoke different forces or archetypes, or help one connect or commune, and which brings up a whole other host of questions about like their utility and that sort of thing.